how this JavaScript engine tries to interpret tries to convert, we have to understand, we have to get inside the JavaScript engine's brain. So yeah, we have to do that because we be writing JavaScript code and he will be interpreting our code. Okay, so it's important how it works to understand. So even if we put a number inside a string, it will know. It's pretty smart that no, you put a string but it's a number, so I'm going to convert it to a number. That's what it does. Okay, so let's do something else. Let's do blue. It's just another string, right? So what will happen? Is not a number? Yeah, true, it's not a number. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm sure that works. Yeah, true, it's not a number. That's great. One more. Alert, and this time true. Okay, remember true is a boolean value. Okay, now let's see what happens. Sorry, I missed. It's none true. True is not a number. A number, what do you think? False. Is none false? Why? Is not a number false? That means true is a number? Yes, because the true and false can be converted to number. Behind the scene, true is always converted to 1. Okay, true becomes 1, false becomes 0. Okay, this is very important to understand. So whenever there is 1, it can be converted to true. Now it's true becomes 1 behind the scene, so it becomes a number, so it says true. Let's say false. What happens? So false, the JavaScript engine will think false, will think as 0. False will be converted to 0. So let's see. Is not a number? False. It's a number. It's 0. So yeah, it's can get bit confusing, but just have a look at these things and just try to type on your own and just make yourself familiar. Give a couple of minutes. It's not that hard. Okay, so there are two methods we get to use. They are parse int, so parse the integer, okay, and there is parse float. Okay, so what's the use of them? Let's see. Variable num1 equals to, let's use parse int. We use this parse int method and let's pass some text. Before I tried to show you this one, it didn't work, but now because we're using the parse integer function, it will try to, JavaScript engine will try to pass the integer, even if it is mixed with the strings and number, it tries to pull out just the integers, okay, and give it a number. That's pretty awesome, right? So let's alert num1. Okay, and as you can see, we get the numbers, and it removed the strings, which is pretty smart, right? If we didn't use this, if we didn't use the parse int, we couldn't see that. See, we see exactly like that. So parse int is that. It's pretty cool. But parse int, if you, let's say, if you give some number, let's say 20.50, let's see what happens. You get only 20. It doesn't give the float. So if you need the float, it's important to have the float, because it's, as you can see, I explained you earlier, integer, number, and floating point. So it's good for integer, but if you need a floating point number, then you can do, what you can do is parse float. This method you can use, and then you can pass, let's pass the same thing, 20.50. Okay, alert num2. Okay, let me comment this out. So before we didn't get 0.5, we just got the the integer, but now we should see the whole number, right? Yeah, 20.5. Great. So that's how it works, and it works in a similar way, right? It works all the random stuff you give 200 again. So 200. First, it removes all the strings and give us the number. So these are that's pretty much it with JavaScript number types. So yeah, just a quick overview. What we covered in this lesson is integer number, which is a whole number, floating points, so with a floating point number, and if there is no number given, then it will be automatically converted to integer. Right? So that's one part done. And then we have maximum value and minimum value representation of number in JavaScript. Okay, and we have this special value called not a number, which will return not a number if we pass string and all that crazy stuff. However, it behaves in a bit different way. So JavaScript tries to interpret and tries to correct things behind the scene. So sometimes we have to be careful, right? So if you pass the number, despite wrapping in the string, it becomes a number. Okay, and true and false becomes 1 and 0, so it becomes a number. Okay, and then finally we have parse int and parse float. You want to pass the integer, use the parse int. If you need the float, parse float. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for being with me. The next one is a string, and that's going to be much more fun than number. All right, okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.